How's it going, everybody? I want to talk about the Bucks free agency 2026, whether I like it, dislike it. There's a lot to talk about, so let me just jump straight into it. I got my notes here reading off so I don't miss anything. It started off Monday. It's tampering period, so nothing's official till Wednesday, but Monday, that's when things start to pick up. We see who wants to go where, what happens. The day starts off re-signing K-Dot. I'm not the biggest fan of him, but he's solid. We got him for $10 million. Not a bad deal. I'm like, okay, all right, at least we're doing something, right? Then we signed linebacker Alex Anzalone, who's a massive pickup, especially with the speculation on if Levante David's coming back or not. Picking him up is huge. Like, we needed this. He will be a leader on our defense. I'm really excited to have him. He's a Florida native, so he wanted to come to Tampa, and I'm glad we got him. Then, right after, it seemed like just after that, we signed running back Kenneth Gainwell to replace Rachaad White, who has been a monster for us. We just unfortunately don't have room for him anymore. He wanted to go play with Jaden Daniels. That's cool. We got Kenneth Gainwell. Super excited for him. Him and Bucky duo in the background is going to be crazy. And after that, we went radio silence. That happened in the first hour or two. And keep in mind, it started at 12, right? So these moves happened pretty quick. It was radio silent from the Bucks till about 4 o'clock. There was speculation all season that Mike Evans could leave, could go somewhere else, and I never bought into any of it. I'm like, this is Mike's home. He's been here his whole career. Why would he leave last minute to go somewhere else when he's built his whole legacy here, especially when we have some of the pieces we need to contend for a Super Bowl? I didn't think he would leave. I didn't think there was any way. Massive bombshell dropped. He's going to the 49ers. And it's not even like he left us. He didn't leave us to chase a bag, which I would have respected. Like, bro, you've been here for so long. If you want to get more money, I respect it. It was like a $16 million guarantee, and he's going to be in California, so the taxes are higher. Moving his whole family across the country, I don't understand this move. He's just recently came out and talked about how he kind of took jabs at Bucks fans, saying we don't get loud enough during the games or in the stadium. The energy feels low, which, having to be to 4 games last season, almost every single game, he is right. Like, we feel outnumbered in almost every game we play with the opposing team's fans. The Eagles game literally looked like an Eagles home game, almost the same for the Jets. Imagine the Jets have a better home presence than us in our own stadium. That is crazy. But I didn't think, man, he's been with us for so long. I didn't expect him to leave, man. And it also just shows me he's not confident where the Bucks are going. He's not confident in Todd Bowles or our new OC, Zach Robinson, which I have big questions about. So overall, it just makes me really not happy for the future of the Buccaneers. If Mike doesn't believe in it, it makes it hard for fans to believe in it, man. And I just want to say he treated us so well in his time with us. He was my favorite player, man. I've been a Bucks fan ever since I was born. It's a family thing. And he was always our cornerstone player, him and Levante. We had Mike Evans on offense, Levante on defense. The fact that we could be losing them both in the same season is really, really tragic. On receiver, we have Egbuka, we have Chris Godwin. There's just nobody that could fill Mike's shoes. He was such a dominant player. Throw him a go ball, he's catching it, mossing 2 people. He's dominant. He draws so much attention from the defense. So where losing him is really going to impact our offense. When he was healthy, Baker loved slinging that ball to him. And it breaks my heart, man, seeing Mike go, especially to the 49ers of all teams. He's going to have Brock Purdy throwing him the ball. He's right next to the electrical substation, so I'm hoping his hamstring holds up. I wish him nothing but the best. I'm a salty Bucks fan, but I want to see Mike succeed, bro. He gave us all he had. We got a ring from him. So I can't be too mad. I was just really hoping he retires a Buck, stays a Buck for life. Just really show what loyalty means. So the Evans jersey, this is going to be the last time this is shown until he comes back and probably does a 1-day contract, retires with us. I will not be wearing my Mike Evans jersey while he's still on another team. Can't happen. So this all happened on Monday, right? And, Tuesday goes. The Bucks make absolutely 0 moves on Tuesday. I'm in a Bucks Twitter group chat. Everybody's really uneasy because we have massive holes. Our edge, we're screwed on the edge. We had Hassan Reddick. He didn't, quite pan out how we wanted to. Logan Hall we had, who was really never that good. We lost him to the Texans, which I'm sure we didn't even offer him a contract. Anthony Nelson's been hit or miss. His upsides are good, all that. The Bucks were showing interest that they're banking on a rookie we drafted last year, David Walker, who I was actually excited for. But he tore his ACL in training camp, so we couldn't do much about that. But the Bucks were basically banking on him to become a star next to Yaya on the edge. And Bucks fans just aren't buying it. We felt like we needed Trey Hendrickson. He wanted to come to Tampa. Monday morning, the reports were coming out that the team that he wanted to go to was Tampa. So the fact that he ended up signing with the Ravens after the whole Max Crosby trade fell through, it just felt like a punch in the face to Bucks fans. The fact that he wanted to come to our team, he's a dominant pass rusher, something we have been missing so badly the last couple years, and we couldn't get a deal done to come bring him to us. It just felt like a slap in the face to all the fans. And especially since there's no moves for a whole day while all the edge rushers are flying off the market in free agency, we just sat there just dwindling our thumbs, just playing with a pen, doing nothing, right? That's where today, Wednesday, it started to pick up. Between yesterday and today, it started to pick up. We re-signed Sean Tucker, which I honestly wanted to see him to go to another team. I think he deserves to start. He is a running back 1, at least a 2 in my opinion. So I'm glad we have him back. I just think, I wish he went somewhere where he could show his full potential. We signed Jake Browning, the quarterback from the Bengals, as a backup. I'm not mad at it, but at this point, you got to remember, we've signed nobody. We've just, it's been nobody for 2 days. And the fact that our focus is on a backup quarterback instead of the holes that we needed to plug, it was also feeling really disrespectful. Finally, things started, piping up. We got the D tackle, Sean Robinson from the Panthers, who is a really good inside stuff. Him, Cansey, and Vita Vea, I hope they all play well together. Cansey, he's been struggling with his health, so if he can step in when Cansey, I hope not, but in case he gets hurt, if he steps up, that's amazing. I love that. Next, we signed, I don't know quite how to say his name yet, Al-Quaiden Muhammad, an edge. Finally, he is from the Lions. He had 11 sacks last year. I'm hoping he can come in here and really help us. We need this. Him and Yaya Diaby on the edge. Hopefully they develop David Walker, turn him into a real corner piece of our defense. It started looking really good. We also signed, this is an underrated signing. People kept spamming in the comments, who. We signed Miles Kilbrew, who was listed as a safety, but he's more so a special teams all-pro. We got Danny, who was the Steelers special teams coordinator, who had an immaculate run. They had one of the best special teams every single year. We signed him, and he's turning around our whole special teams because it was god-awful for us last season. So we signed Miles Kilbrew, who was his captain. So I'm hoping we actually have a solid special teams this year. I'm really looking forward to it. The punt, I'm still worried about the punt, man. We had so many blocked punts or blocked field goals. I'm really hoping we can change that, and we don't let returns go to the 50 every single time. Overall, I'm worried about our future. The fact that Mike wanted to leave, the fact that Levante is probably going to retire, I'm worried about our future. I'm worried that we don't have anything clinging on. Say Chris Godwin or Emeka gets hurt, I think our offense is in real trouble. I think Kenneth Gainwell is going to add a lot of explosive play next to Bucky in the backfield. Rashad was more of like a tote the pill. He was never really explosive, but he knew how to tote the rock, which Sean Tucker also did. So it made sense to let Rashad walk. I'm hopefully optimistic. Looking at the team right now, I don't think we're contenders. We have to knock it out of the park in the draft. What I would still like to see done is I would love to sign us corner Isaiah Bolden. I think he could really come in and do wonders for us. We lost Jamel Dean to the Steelers. We lost Izzian to, I think he just went to the Lions. So we've lost a lot of our secondary, and Zion McCollum had a rough last year. Benjamin Morrison still looking like he's developing. Jacob Parrish is a dog. Jacob Parrish and Tyke Smith I'm so excited for, and Winfield still his amazing, great self. So I think we just need Isaiah Bolden to really, he's fast and tall, which, he played good next to BMO and Zion. So I think we need him. Realistically, I would like to pick up another edge, and one of the only edges left on the market is Joey Bosa. He's still hit or miss, but maybe his veteran leadership could, again, progress David Walker, or if somebody gets hurt, he goes in, fills the depth. We just need something better than we have now at edge, and I think he could fill a gap to where he backs up Muhammad or they play off each other. Regardless, swap him in. We'd be good. I think we might need to sign another physical receiver because so far, I think we don't have a receiver over 6 foot. I think Egbuka is maybe 6'1", but it's looking rough, man. We have no size at all on our offense. Baker's short. All receivers are short. I feel like we need something size-worthy. I'm not sure who that player is. Maybe we get him in the draft. Maybe we don't. But I think that's something we're really missing. Other than that, man, we plugged some holes in our defense. I hope Levante comes back. But overall, I'm excited for the season. I'm just really hoping our front office doesn't mess it up.